ZTE presented here in Berlin on the IFA two new smartphones, the Kis3 Max and the Blade Vec 3G. Both dual SIM and both not really expensive, because this one will be 99 euros without any contract recommended retail price, and this one 169, so street prices will be a little below that. And you should know that both are not totally new, because the Kis3 Max has been launched in India already, and the Vec 3G, at least as a 4G version, has been announced in Hong Kong already, but these are coming now to new markets, including Europe, so I'd like to present them both to you at the moment. The Kis3 Max 4.5-inch display with 480 by 859 pixels. The processor is a MediaTek MT6572KK, meaning you have two cores, Cortex A7 with 1.3 gigahertz, and the RAM is 512 megabyte. And let's have a look below this one over here. So you have a lot of good news. First of all, you can remove the battery, 1850 milliampere hours. Here we have the two dual SIMs. The first one is this one over here. You can have GSM, so meaning 2G, and WCDMA, meaning 3G, no LTE. And the second SIM slot is just for GSM only. And here we have micro SD card slot up to 32 gigabyte. Internal memory is 4 gigabyte, leaving net some 1.02 gigabyte free. This one is the memory you can use. When we are on the back over here, the camera is shooting photos with 5 megapixels and videos with 720p. Front side is 2 megapixels, and you should know that you don't have any dual cell HSPA, meaning HSPA plus 21 megabit per second download rate. That's enough, I guess, especially because of that price. And Wi-Fi N is supported, but not AC. And you should almost know that we have Android 4.4.2. I just wanted to show you this while I'm telling you one thing you should know too, because it's a Bluetooth just 3.0, meaning you do not have 4.0 with this low energy mode. This is just with this device. I'm coming to this just in a second. So if you want to use accessories with this low energy mode, you would have to buy this one, and you cannot use them on this one. This fact you should know. Yeah, well, this is the first impression of this one. You have, of course, the normal, regular, almost native Android surface, just as I said, 4.4.2. And the thing you should remark is that you do not have any icons for these buttons over here, but it takes you some minutes, or let's say hours, if you're a new entry Android man. Then you have on the left side this button for back, and on the right side for options. I guess this one will catch everybody very soon. So this is the Kis3 Max coming to the Blade Vec 3G. This one, as I told you, has announced as a 4G version in Hong Kong. Now it's coming to Europe markets, and this has a 5-inch display, 720 by 1280 pixels. But as you can see, we have on-screen buttons here. So this is depending on the app how this is presented, or if it's faded out. So if you have, for example, some games where it's not faded out and you're coming to on these without wanting it, then it's a problem of the app, of course, not of the manufacturer, because this is something you will see more often in the future, unfortunately. You have the same surface. It's again Android 4.4.2, And here we have on the side, because you cannot remove the back, and I like this one because it looks like some Kevlar we have seen on some BlackBerry devices, for example, but it's just 7.8 millimeters thin, and I like this very much. So I would take that the battery is built in 2300 milliampere hours, by the way. And here on the side over here we have those two SIM slots. Again, the first one is just for GSM, meaning 2G networks, and the second one is for WCDMA, meaning 3G networks too, and this one is SD slot for up to 32 gigabyte. And in both cases, I have to say, in most devices I run 64 gigabyte memory cards without any problems, but it's not guaranteed. That's the difference. Yeah, internal memory is 8 gigabyte, leaving some 5.23 gigs net free, but there is something you should know. I just want to storage over here, because we have two partitions in the memory, unfortunately. The first one you can see here, available 1.48 gigabyte. This is the one for apps. And the second one is 3.65 gigabyte. This is for data, meaning you have this storage available for apps you cannot remove to the SD card. And you will, of course, know that SD card, I guess, on both devices, unless you want to shoot no photos and videos and music making at all. So I would suggest you need a SD card. So this is a thing you should know about the apps, because you know you cannot move all apps to the SD card, unfortunately. Yeah, on the back side, 8 megapixels photos. Videos, unfortunately, just 720p like on the Kis3. I would have expected full HD here, but front camera is shooting videos with 5 megapixels. Just as I said, no LTE, no dual cell HSPA. Again, Wi-Fi N, yes. Wi-Fi AC, no. But just as I said, Bluetooth for 0, you will have been supported on this one. It's a MediaTek quad-core processor, 1.3 gigahertz. It's, of course, the MT6582. But there's one more thing I wanted to show you, especially because if you're trying to decide between those two, because I've seen here on the Kis3 Max, and I hope you can see that here on the camera too, that the quality of the display is not that good, because if I'm just only giving you a look from a little angle, you will see how the picture is getting darker or brighter over here. So if you're not just looking straight onto it, you will have different colors and different appearance of the picture, so that's not good quality. And over here with the Blade Vec 3G, you do not have these problems. I do not know officially if it's IPS, but it's looking to me like that, because it's very stable. I have problems here with the lightning, so having reflections, but I hope you can see that this is even from very great angles, you can watch the display way better than on this one over here. So if you have to decide, I would suggest to spend a little more. Just as I said, 99 euros, 169 euros recommended retail price. So I guess some, let's say 80 euros over here, street prices or web prices, and some 150 over here. So think about that. If that's not a little bit more money you should spend on having a I find it a better looking one, a smaller looking one, 129 grams, by the way, versus 135 grams. So the smaller one is heavier. And if you compare the sizes, it's just a little bit different, 66 versus 70 millimeters and 132 millimeters instead of 139. So, but it's thicker, 1.9 millimeters. So again, I would, for my decision between those two, they're tons of other ones, I know, of course, but between those, I find this the more interesting phone. Yeah, well, I hope this is enough for a first impression from ZTE on the IFA in Berlin with the Kis3 Max and the Blade Vec 3G. Thanks for watching. Take care.